Hello and welcome everybody to another Lorwyn Eclipsed draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at Platinum 1. I have been climbing slowly, mostly because of course I was gone for the first weekend commentating the Pro Tour. And in that meantime, New Matanami hit rank 1 and then challenged me to catch up to him. So I got a long way to go, but I guess this gives me a little more incentive to play some limited. So you know what? Let's win some matches. All right, now before we hop into this draft, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Lorwyn Eclipsed or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, pioneer, or commander decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also go to HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also basically every Magic the Gathering convention. Swing by their booth. Tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. Alrighty, what do we got? Well, certainly not Hexing Squelcher. This is just a big old trap, not something that you want. But we have some interesting options here. But I think in terms of power level, we have Boulder Dash, Eclipsed Marrow, and Eclipsed Flamekin as options. Now, the most flexible card is something like a Boulder Dash, because you can, of course, play it in a Goblins and Elementals deck. But, of course, the upside for the Eclipse cards are way, way greater. And then, so then the question goes, do I like the Marrow more or less than something like the Eclipsed Flamekin? You know, I think the Marrow is probably better. Yeah, let's take it. It actually just is better. Also, there's a bunch of red cards here, so maybe we put the person that we're passing to in Elementals and then kind of see what happens. Ooh, Leaf Crown Visionary. That's a cool card. Huh. I mean, if elves are open, like if somebody's going to pass me this card, it's an elf lord that also lets me draw cards. I mean, I'm going to take it. You know, there's Tanafel Rhymespeaker. If there was like a really good uncommon Merfolk, I'd probably do that. But Tanafel Rhymespeaker is not that. Had I taken Eclipsed Flamekin, perhaps I would have taken the Tanafel Rhymespeaker here, but right now we're just trying to figure out the lane that we need to be. So I'm just going to just take the highest upside picks here and then see what's being passed to me. So if you don't want to be Merfolk, I'm happy to move in. And here, I mean, we have another Signpost Uncommon here in the Creekwood Safe Right. Now, there's also Unwelcome Sprite, which would be a fine card to play in the Merfolk deck. There's Feed the Flames, Changeling Wayfinder, but I think it really comes down to these two uncommons. And given that we got past the Leaf Crown Visionary, why don't we take the Safe Right here over the Unwelcome Sprite? Of course, now we see the Silvergill Mentor. And, well, you know what? We got to kind of just pivot back. We missed out on an Unwelcome Sprite, which is unfortunate, but the Mentor is a really, really good indication. This card is absolutely insane in Merfolk, by the way, just because that archetype cares so much about convoking stuff out. Also, the fact that there's a Spiral into Solitude and Blossom Bind is a pretty good sign, right? Just like a bunch of good commons in these colors. So hopefully that means we can go in this direction. And also there's no elf in this pack. So we're kind of going back and forth here. And so it's a little bit tricky because we're still trying to find where it is we need to be. And now we have another decision here, right? So like we saw the Silvergill Mentor. Now there's Glamour Gifter and Tributary Vaulter. I think that actually, as much as I like the Vaulter, I think the Glamour Gifter is better, but I can also take the Eulogist, which is an elf. Oh, I keep going back and forth, but I like the Eulogist a lot in elves. I can also take the Sneakling, which is like the safe pick, but I'm going to take the Eulogist. I think that was close. It's just like this card is really, really good in the elf deck. More so than the Glamour Gifter is in the Merfolk deck. So again, it goes back and forth. Here we have Blossombind versus Midnight Tilling. Another close pick. I do think those are better options than Gnarlbark Elm. And I'm going to go with the Midnight Tilling. So this is a really tricky one because every single pick, I think you could make an argument to go one. You can go the other combination. Now, Unbury is a really nice thing to pick up, especially after Midnight Tilling and Dawnhand Eulogist. So we're going to take this here, and maybe that is an indication that elves can be good here. And that's a really late Dawnhand Eulogist. At this point, people should recognize that this is actually, I mean, let me just pull up the numbers here. This is actually, I believe, the best performing common in gold. No, never mind. It's the third best. So it's a top 3 common in elves behind Assert Perfection and I believe Scarblade Scout. So I'm going to take it here. pretty happy with it, and no merfolk in this pack. So, wow, look at this. Eclipse, Flamekin, Tweeze, and Temporal Cleansing all in the pack. Well, I don't want to go into elementals, and I'm not taking the Luminalusk. Oh my gosh, I can't even say it. So if I did want to be merfolk, somehow, some way, I think I'll take the Gravelgill Scoundrel over the Cleansing, because if I somehow make this really tough pivot into merfolk, I need the 2-drop here. But I don't think that's what I'm going to want to do. I think I'm just going to have to probably play in a contested elf color All right, the Unwelcome Sprite tabled. Okay, this is weird. Okay. I mean, okay, so we have 6 cards for like a decent elf. That green is definitely not open. Maybe like the Kithkin are all being taken. Elves are okay, but certainly blue feels a little more open here. So, but the only issue right now is I only have 4 playable cards. Now, had I decided to move in right away, I could have had maybe a few more interactive spells. So this is an extremely tricky spot here to navigate. But I did see that late Unbury. I do feel like there's some good stuff here as well. So, but like certainly the pack's kind of dried up here. And now we open Sapling Nursery, which is a very, very good green card. Like there's no great merfolk. There's Champion of the Kraken. There's a Liminal Hold, which can be fine, but okay, very, very good might be a little bit of a stretch, but it is really solid. Good late game card here. And I'm going to be leaning on maybe a heavier green mana base. Also, if there's, if there's like a Merfolk Lord in this pack or something, I would consider it. But I've also never played with this card. It looks really fun. So let's take the Sapling Nursery here. Okay, ooh. Bloodline Bidding is actually super interesting in this type of deck. We're going to have a bunch of self-mill, so maybe it's, I don't know. It seems good. Yeah, I actually think it's better in Elves than in Merfolk. Right? Even though, like, remember for those of you Magic boomers out there, remember the Patriarch's Bidding Goblins deck way back in the day? Yeah, let's take Bloodline Bidding. All right. I mean, I do think Merfolk was also possibly the more open lane here, but now we're just kind of committing to this, and we're going to pick up some janky changelings to fill out the curve. Pack 2 should go pretty well. I think we did a pretty good job of cutting off the elves, and let's take it from there. No Merfolk in this pack. Taster of Wares is fantastic, though. Like, the thing is, you don't even really need more goblins. It's just a 3-mana 3/2 Ravenous Rats is good. And then if you just pick up some changelings along the way, it becomes even better, of course. Like, I could pick up a Changeling Wayfinder, Gangly Stompling, just anything, just to make sure that I can keep my elf count pretty high. And given how we only ended up with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 playables after pack 1, we will probably find ourselves playing, Rooftop Perchers and various other changelings just to fill out the curve in our deck here. All right, very easy Lissalana Dignitary in this pack. At least we're getting some of the good elves in this pack. We needed a 2-drop. This is just a really great card for this deck. Let's keep it going. Oh my goodness, Tristan's Command. We picked up 3 rares in the second pack. Now, Sapling Nursery is certainly not a bomb level card, but Tristan's Command certainly is. So we are now good on top end threats here. These, like, I'm going to just assume Sapling Nursery costs like 6 mana, 5 if I'm lucky. So 6-drop, 6-drop, and Bloodline Bidding is more like a 5-drop in a lot of instances. But yeah, we don't really need the top end stuff here as much, but we'll see. There is a Chomping Changeling, but I don't think that card's very good. I mean, Elemental seems like it could have been a seat here. There's Guildleaf's Embrace, but I will just take Stoic Grove Guide. I'm just taking this because it says creature type elf. But obviously, I would prefer having the cheaper elves here. I'm going to take the Chitinous Graspling. Honestly, given how this draft is going, I'm probably going to have to play it here just to fill out my deck with playable cards. But we are really, like, look, any, 2 or 3 mana elves for the most part, that's what we're looking for here. But of course, just all we're seeing is all the Shine Strikers in the world. Nobody wants to be Elementals or the Vivid nonsense deck in this draft, it seems. So, I mean, this is where we are. Yeah, Prideful Feastling. That's a slam dunk addition to our deck. Yeah, and elves are super contested here. We got this is a draft with about, I'm gonna say, 3 elf drafters probably, and maybe 1 elemental drafter. So, yeah. All right. Well, hopefully some of these rares can carry us. We have 4. We just want like Scarblade Scouts. Honestly, I just want like Scarblade Scouts. Is that asking for too much? I just want Scarblade Scouts, okay? That's all I want. I mean, I'll take other stuff, of course. What about a oh, that's a Merfolk Lord. I mean, there's a Spry and Mighty, but I actually don't like this card that much. I would rather take an interactive spell or another random cheap elf to go into my deck. Don't really want the Bristlebane Outrider. I have a lot of expensive stuff, so I'm not going to take the Percher now. So for me, it's between Mischievous Sneakling, Gangly Stompling, and Blightrot. I guess I don't have any removal, so I'll take the Blightrot here. And I'm going to take it over Spry and Mighty. I have enough like late game stuff to do here. Mirror Form, another Silvergill Mentor. Uh-oh. All right. There's a Great Forest Druid, which can be okay here if I'm looking to ramp, but of course I can also just take Moonglove Extractor for another elf for my deck. You know, I'm gonna actually just take the Great Forest Druid. This deck's looking to ramp, right? This deck's looking to ramp, and I don't have enough too, so let's take that here. Now we'll just take Dawn's Light Archer, and now we're just looking to fill out the rest of our deck. Just fill out the mana curve here, have something smooth, right? And then, yeah, Chitinous Graspling come on down. Scarblade's Malice is also something that I'm fully expecting to play. Ooh, Scarblade Scout, very, very happy about that. It's all I wanted. It's all I wanted. It's just like, this is the type of deck that's basically just trying to keep pace with my opponents by playing a bunch of random stuff early, a little bit of self-mill, right? And then just getting to Tristan's Command, Bloodline Bidding, and Sapling Nursery. That is the entire game plan for what we're trying to accomplish. We're currently on 8 elves and 2 shapeshifters, so that's okay. If I just pick up like maybe a removal spell, unlikely, and 3 more elves, that will be more than enough here. Ooh, Scarblade Scout versus Boxslither's Embrace, and it's got to be the Scarblade Scout here. I want more elves. I have Bloodline Bidding. I have Tristan's Command, and I just need more 2-drops. I do like Boxslither's Embrace, but not over Scarblade Scout here. Lots of blue. We knew blue was going to be open here. Don't really like Surly Farrier. Don't really like the Chomping Changeling. I'm just going to take Anti-Sentence here as another cheap way to interact with the opponents. Late Unexpected Assistance and Flamekin Guildweaver. Again, all of that, yeah, certainly makes some sense. We have Midnight Tilling versus the Purger. 13 creatures. I'm still going to take Midnight Tilling. So yeah, we are super leaning into the self-mill stuff. Double Midnight Tilling, double Scarblade Scout, and double Dawnhand Eulogist. And an 8th pick Dawn's Light Archer? What the? Oh yeah, I played a play-in yesterday. I was 3-0 down a game in sideboarding, and it didn't let me sideboard. So I guess they gave me my play-in points back. So I'll take it. That definitely has value. Pack 3, pick 9. Don't care about the Blood Crypt. I'm just going to take Gangly Stompling. It's an elf. And there you go. This is our deck. Nothing too fancy, right? Nothing fancy at all. But the deck functions, right? We got 15 creatures here. Certainly not going to play the Wicker Maw. And we just need to cut like 1 card here. And I don't want to cut any creatures. Our elf count is at 10 with 3 shapeshifters. So that's 13. So my guess is it's going to be either Scarblade's Malice or Anti-Sentence as the card we end up cutting from this deck. I don't think I want to play 16 lands here. I think that's probably just a little bit greedy given the mana curve of my deck. 3.3. Yeah, it's like we got a lot of expensive cards here, so I think it's okay. And yeah, I mean, look, there's a few cards here. Like, this is like a sealed deck. I'm playing Chitinous Graspling, Stompling, and Feastling, but I do have Leaf Crown Visionary, right? I have Taster of Wares, where Changelings matter a little bit. And then, of course, I have Bloodline Bidding, where you want basically all elves, right? So gonna do it that way and kind of decide which of these I want to play. I'm leaning towards Anti-Sentence, I think. I'm just not a huge Scarblade Malice fan, and I have like no way to interact with things for the most part. Again, this goes into 5 mana play. Bidding can go up here. Let's take a look at our color situation. I'm gonna actually go more forest than swamps, given that I have an affinity for forest card and I have a double green card. I don't think I should go 10-7 though. I think 9 is probably fine here. All right, so yeah, I mean, look, I mean, we're getting to the point where you're not going to have these busted elf decks anymore, but we did get some rares in pack 2. Hopefully that carries us to where we need to go. All right, before round 1 starts, we got paired up super fast. If you wanted to support the channel in another way, I do have a Patreon, patreon.com/paulcheon. Lots of good benefits depending on the tier. If you want to take your limited game to the next level, check it out. All right, 2 forests and a swamp here. Turn 2 Great Forest Druid. Look, this is just a regular hand with a reasonable mana curve, and we're now in the we're now in the waiting till we draw our busted cards waiting room. That's what we're looking to do here. All right, playing against Merfolk. Wanderbind Preacher is the play, and yeah, we are going to just lead with the Eulogist. Hopefully, we hit an elf. We did. We hit 2 elves. We hit a Chitinous Graspling and a Dawn's Light Archer. Blossom Bind on the Eulogist, sure, and they get to hit me for 2 and gain some life. If I draw a land, I'm going to probably double spell. Oh! That's really interesting. I kind of want to wait till I draw a land to be able to play, because like I can't, oh no, I can double spell this turn. What am I saying? I should do that, right? Yeah, I should. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that I can't draw the card this turn, but I think it's still important to, like, be able to just play a 4/4 that turn, right? Next turn, I can play Feastling and draw a card. They have to kill the Visionary. It's pretty hard to do so unless they have Liminal Hold. So that's going to be the card that they're going to want here to deal with my Visionary. But if not, then, of course, this is going to draw me a bazillion cards. Wanderwine Distractor, I do not care about. All right, so we actually drew a land here. So I think now I can just play the Eulogist. Okay. Okay, we didn't mill any of our bombs. That was 3 lands. That was great. And now we have a 5/5 and a 4/4. Okay. Liking this spot here. Yeah. So far, my opponent just with like an ordinary Merfolk deck. Nothing too crazy going on just yet. Which is something that I really like, obviously. Oh, that is a Bloodline Bidding, but we have only 2 elves in our graveyard. I mean, I can certainly cast it, but I don't think I need to. 22-18. I guess I should just attack with everything because I have Bloodline Bidding. I'm gonna play. Oh, hold on. Oh. I kind of want to hold off on the Dignitary so I can draw another card. I think that's right. I just don't have that much more to do with my mana anyways. So, yeah. I think just like valuing my opponent, like we're definitely ahead in the life race. We have a fine blocker here. They have 3 cards left. I mean, it is getting to the point where I'm kind of expecting them to play something strong. We'll see. I mean, they can like lock down the safe right here if they wanted, but we're getting in for a lot of damage. Okay, there's another Blossom Bind, which obviously is fine. They do have to be a little bit careful with how they choose to attack. So yeah, just 3 in the air. And they are passing. Oh, that is a Sapling Nursery. Okay. Let's lead things with the Dignitary. Wow, this Leaf Crown Visionary is doing some serious work here. And if I have a land, I should hold off on it for sure. That is a Midnight Tilling, and I do have Blightrot as well. So let's just attack. Oh, hold on. They could have unexpected assistance. I mean, especially with all this mana up. So I'm actually just going to pass. Okay, sure. Yep. I mean, that's what I figured. So let's just kill the Distractor. To keep our Eulogist alive here. Still a great board. Just like... And the Dignitary taps for mana. We have Sapling Nursery, which of course can start... Oh! Curious Colossus. Uh-oh. Interesting. I can't even tap my stuff for mana? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, man. That was nice. I mean, talk about a way to stabilize this board. Do I play this Nursery? God, it's rough. I think I do. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to block with all of my elves. I don't know what kind of stuff they can have. Let's just let them choose what they want to kill here. Yep. Okay, Scarblade Scout. I mean, I can probably wait till, like, I get something super impressive off here. I don't know. Like, I think I can wait a little bit longer. Let's go Midnight Tilling. I guess we just get a land. Wow. I guess that was kind of a miss. Let's play the land, make a 3/4. Let's play Scarblade Scout. Okay. I can actually name Goblin. Is that bad? I could name Goblin and Taster of Wares just to get the last card out of their hand. Just because I don't really have any, like, I have 2 elves versus 1 goblin. 10 cards left. I don't actually want to lose the... I don't actually want to use... Well, maybe it's fine. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. I just hope they don't have a counterspell. That's like... That's the disaster scenario here. Okay. Elf or goblin? I mean, it's got to be elf now. All right, we don't have that many cards left. Oh, there's a Tristan's Command, but this should be good enough here. I would be surprised if this isn't good enough. That was pretty impressive. That was pretty impressive. I mean, I didn't think there was like a chance we could lose, but Curious Colossus, actually, it's weird. But yeah, I mean, it's one of the best performing cards in the entire set, and this is why, right? Like, I needed another ridiculous rare effect to even be able to have a chance here. Yeah, I don't think Sig's Command is going to do it. I mean, if they can somehow not die, like, if they kill 2 things, they still take way too much damage here, right? Yeah. Alright. Alright, well. I'm glad we've been I'm glad we took these, like, fun speculative rares, right? Bloodline bidding for the win. Okay. Whew. Should I play one more forest? I don't know. I feel like you know what? I take it back. I'm gonna play one more forest. Like, not only does my 2-mana rare elf, it's double green. I have double Midnight Tilling and the tree that are additional ways to produce black mana. So I just think I want more green just to also maximize on my affinity for forest enchantment. So if I didn't have the tree and the Midnight Tillings, I would have to play 9/8. But given my current situation, I think this is fine. Alrighty. I mean, I'm going to keep this. It's got a turn 2 Leaf Crown Visionary. But don't have a lot of other cheap things to play afterwards. But you know what? Can believe in my deck. Right, that is a Midnight Tilling, which will be something that's something I can play next turn. Let's lead with the Visionary. They're going to play like a Sneakling, maybe. That's not ideal because now they can like use a bite spell to kill this. Okay, yeah, they're just doing exactly everything that I was expecting them to do. I don't have any 1-drop, so I'm gonna wait. We're gonna try to recover here with this Chitinous Graspling. We do have the Unbury to get this back, so it's not a huge deal. Oh gosh. What is this like blue-green nonsense deck you're working with their opponent here, opponent? I mean, Safe Right Cavalry is tough to handle, I will say. Oh man, I think you know what's fun. I think we're gonna lose this game. Let's play Stoic Grove Guide. Puka's Eyes. Okay, so they have blue, black, and green. Then they can name like red. Okay, so now they just need a white permanent. So they're doing some vivid stuff here. If they have an interactive spell, it's one of those like I'm probably dead spots. So, yeah, and like I said, I had kind of an awkward hand. So, okay. That's a Dawn's Light Archer. Which doesn't quite help me. Because I still can't deal with the Stratosaur. Oh, this is kind of rough. Just gonna play a Lifelinker. God, that's the Bloodlight Bidding. Okay. Yep. It would not really make a whole lot of sense to pump the Sneakling, so yeah, this makes sense. I mean, I'm pretty dead here. So we block this. We go to 3, and then just like 2 flyers is too many. Yeah. All right. Good beats. I mean, that was like, honestly, I just straight up lost to just like a very solid curve of creatures. My hand had promise, but once they killed my 2-drop, like it was a lot tougher. And once like they had the like, and this is why I always stress this. Like, even if your deck isn't great, like the basics, right? If you just focus on a deck with a good, responsible mana curve backed by a handful of removal spells, it doesn't matter how many rares your opponents are playing, you can still win almost any matchup, right? So just keep that in mind. I'm really glad that I chose to play a 2nd forest, by the way, or a 10th forest, by the way. All right, so playing an Elf Mirror. What did they want to get back? All those cards kind of stink. Maybe they take the land. Okay. Play Scarblade Scout. 2 mana, 3/3, draw a card, mill 2. Not bad. Not bad. I think this turn is probably a good turn where my Leaf Crown Visionary likely dies. No. Okay. This is fine. This is all fine. All right. This is all fine. Arena. Why? Why do you see what it's trying to tap? Unreal. I get it because I have black cards in hand, but man. The attempts to sabotage are very real. Alright, so we've drawn 2 cards off this Leaf Crown Visionary, and the Anthem effect has also been quite nice. If I draw land, I would love to draw Forest. I mean, I don't have to draw land because I still have the Archer that I drew that I can use to draw cards off the Visionary. But, I mean, this has already gotten us 2 cards. So we're already pretty far ahead. They played a tapped Overgrown Tomb. And they're just simply putting a... Wow, that is a fairly weak play, I'm going to say. Okay, Auntie's Sentence. I mean, the Feastling is just a free attack here, so let's just play it. This attack, rather. They're going to take it. Whoa. Blossoming Defense. Got it. That's fine. All right. I'm going to do this now just because I really want to just keep hitting my land drops. Like, obviously, there's a world where I can ambush the 2/2, but I think it's more important to give myself the shot at one of my 13 lands left in my deck, just to get that going. I feel like the Visionary is going to die soon. It hasn't yet. There's 1 land in the graveyard, so the Luen can make 2 tokens, I suppose. And, yeah, I mean, this is still just very, very nice. I kind of want to use anti-sentence, right? Like, I kind of want to see what they're working with. So... I hope I don't whiff. And if they had a removal spell, they would have killed my Visionary already. They could have a trick easily. I would feel bad if they did have a removal spell, but I feel like they would have cast it. I don't know. Dose of Dawnglow? What the heck? Okay. Alright, we can still get... Wow, it's just all tricks. Okay. Fair enough. Let's play the Scarblade Scout. Draw that. Mill a couple of things. I will still play land. And I will hold back. Maybe I should have attacked. I don't know. Yeah, Assert Perfection is good. All right, fair enough. All right, I think we're at the point where we should just be interested in just trading stuff. All right, let's get the nursery down. So now it's like lands or spells are good draws. We still have some of our bombs left, like we have Bidding left and Tristan's Command. Just get this going too. That is a card I did not want. Okay, they make 2 tokens, sure. This is all fine. Did we mill the Unbury? We did. That one's an unfortunate one to mill. But I do have Tristan's Command. So, like, I could have played the Eulogist too, but I'm playing the Grove Guide. It does hit pretty hard. Lissalana Dignitary. Yeah, I mean, I just want to whittle away at whatever they have. It doesn't really matter. I know they have Blossoming Defense, but whatever. Blossoming Defense there doesn't do anything. Huh? Okay. I don't think they thought that one out. Okay. Alright, well, let's just hope we don't mill, like, all of our busted cards. Okay, 3 lands. That was about as good as it gets. Alright, so great board here for us. We might be able to just attack with everything. That's just a Scarblade Scout. I guess we don't want to attack our 2-power creatures yet into the 3/3. Tristan's Command. I'm going to say that was pretty good. So if I killed a Scarblade Scout and pump my team, and this can attack, by the way. 2 blockers. Yeah, that's more than enough. All right. And, yeah, that's, like I said, sometimes you play some ordinary Magic and then you draw your rares. And, I mean, honestly, without the rares, our deck is very, very middling. But that's why you draft them, right? It's not complicated, right? Like, you take the cool, sweet rare and try to get there. This elf that was passed to us has actually been quite nice, the Lord, the Leafcrown Visionary. And then, of course, obviously, we know how good Tristan's Command is. I would have loved the Dawnblessed Pennant just to be able to do that loop, but we didn't see one. All right, 2-in-1 with a nice little Merfolk deck. Excuse me, Elf deck. This is a mulligan here. I will keep this and put a forest on the bottom. We do have Bloodline Bidding, so it's kind of almost like a mulligan to 5, in a sense. Just run out some creatures. They could have a Tweeze. It smells like a Tweeze. No, it's just a Rhymekin Recluse? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's actually fine. I mean, we can just play the Stompling here. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I'm still going to play the Stompling here. And then this way, I can trade and then play the Creekwood Safe Right. This could be a tweeze now. No? Nothing. Okay. Okay. What do I do? I could play the Visionary. They might kill it. But I want to save the Creek Right, excuse me, the Safe Right until the next turn. It's all kind of tricky. I mean, I'm going to play this. Like, I know that they definitely can kill this, but I just want to set up for the following turn to be able to play the Safe Right. You know what I mean? Like, when you have this, you want to... Like, I could have saved both, but then I feel like I might keep myself behind on board a little bit. Like, this is one of those cards where they have to kill it this turn, and that'll significantly slow them down. So I think it's worth it just to have them use their removal spell this turn. I play Midnight Tilling, get something good back, and then I can double spell next turn with Safe Right plus whatever, right? So that's kind of the plan here. Rhymekin Recluse, okay. Got it. Okay, so now they're getting aggressive, sure. Yeah, that's fine. Obviously, I'm not blocking. I mean, Rhymekin Recluse is fantastic. Taster of Wares is a super interesting one. So is just land. No, I'll take the Taster of Wares, I guess. But they have a lot of cards in hand, so it's kind of awkward. I'm at 14 life. So this is a little bit crazy. I think I need to double spell this turn. Yeah, so let's just play this, because this just trades with whatever. I want to keep the elves in my hand if I can help it, you know what I mean? And playing this is no different than playing a 4-5-3 here against their board. So this is more like, just, you know, let's just put a bunch of stuff in play. Let's keep the board kind of clean. Because the way that I lose this matchup right now is they get a bunch of blockers out of the way and force through a lot of damage with their army of 3/2s, right? So, what the hell? I did not expect Great Forest Druid in the pile of cards here that they were going to play this turn. So like I said, I fully expect some kind of interactive spell here. We'll see what they play. They might not even kill the Visionary, right? They might just kill one of my other creatures. Oh, it's just a Noggle Robber, but they do have a treasure. I feel like there's a removal spell coming. I feel it in my fingers. Just kill the Visionary. You know what I mean? Just kill the Visionary. Let's just... No. Really heads up play from the opponent, I will say. I mean, yeah, really heads up. Dawnhand Eulogist. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's not do that. Okay. Stoic Grove Guide, also good. Let's play a land. Yeah, I mean, look, it's always punishing. Like, if you're... like, if they have another kill spell here, it ain't gonna be great, right? We've played like a creature every single turn. Okay, oh, that, I mean, you don't understand. That was amazing. Actually amazing, right? The fact that my opponent passed for a turn here. Really, really great. How do I want to do this? Do I care about this flat? Like, are they going to play a flyer? I don't think so. But they can have Stratosaur. So yeah, I'm going to play this. Okay, Scarblade Scout. And then let's just play this. Probably unexpected assistance, I don't know. Yeah. So I do have to be mindful of my life total here, but I do at least like the fact that I have some pretty good defenses set up here. There are 3 elves currently in my graveyard, and I do have some ways to gain some life as well. So, you know, certainly the Dawnhand Eulogist would be a nice thing to play. It's funny, I just want them to use, like, this is tying up my mana. It's a very good card. It's tying up my... I just want them to kill it. Just kill my Leaf Crown Visionary, okay? Just kill it so that I don't have to... so I can just jam all the cards in my hand, and I'll be fine. Like, that'll be okay for me. They found their green mana. They're going to have some vivid shenanigans for sure. Explosive Prodigy, Shine Striker, Prisma Basher, etc. The bounce are, what is it? The tap 2 things and freeze them. That would be really good. I just don't think they have a great attack here. All right. Yeah, I'm just interested in milling all the cards. Okay, that's another land. So now I can just cast the bidding. No, Tristan's Command. All right, I'm going to play the Lifelinker here too. There's my Sapling Nursery too. Uh-oh. They do have lots of mana up, so we're just going to hang out for a turn. We have 11 cards left. I have how many self-mill cards? 1. I have 1, 2, 3. I still only somehow have 3 elves in my graveyard. So Goblin could also be a consideration here. Oh, wow. Ashling's Command. They drew cards. That is not good for me. I was hoping they would just, like, get my team. So with the double Enraged Flamecaster, I think I might just be dead here. Yeah, if they play another 4-drop, I'm just dead. Okay, that doesn't... I mean, Sig is certainly good. 3 cards in hand. I'm at 4 life. They're at 16. Man, I needed these eulogists to die. Oh well. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elves. Okay, I mean, I'm still going to cast it. Alright. We are at 7 life here, friends. There's an unblockable creature. They can give something protect... Oh, I'm just dead, aren't I? Man, that's unfortunate. Ugh. Their deck is sweet. Yeah, Ashling's Command, double Rankin Recluse with the... Whoa. Oh, they might have 2 spells to play here. Because if they give something protection, I'm also kind of in trouble. But this looks like a 2/4 mana value matters turn. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Ashling's Command and the Enraged Flamecaster got it done. Really good tempo start. Really great game, honestly. And I don't think there was that much I could have done that game, right? I felt like I made a lot of moves to try to stay alive, right? I felt like more often than not, I made the move to try to stay alive, and we still ended up getting burned out. I have been drafting a lot of decks that don't have a lot of removal, and certainly that is the cost sometimes when you... put together decks like this. All right, opponent on the play. This is weird. It's like a mulligan. Okay, well, I drew a forest. Maybe I draw another forest? That would be insane. Thought Left Lieutenant, okay. Okay, well, that's fine too. That was a really good draw, actually. Lissalana Dignitary here. Why does everybody... Yeah, I mean, look, I just everybody on all the colors, you know? Everybody is on all the colors. Alright. I'm not playing the Feastling here. I'm just going to play Dawn's Light Archer. And that's going to give me access to a lot more mana next turn. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. They're certainly playing... Yep, that's a good one. The question is, which one do I block? They're both very good and annoying. So, I don't know. Bristlebane Outrider, sure. I feel like the other one's just a little more annoying. Oh, Tristan's Command, wow. Okay. I think this is just like play these two. So let's play the Visionary and the Eulogist. All right. Good turn there for us. Just, you know, trying not to get completely pummeled here. Eulogist will definitely get in front of Crossroads Watcher if they play the Bristlebane Outrider. Good shot that they play a removal spell. If they attack with the Kithkin, I might block with the Leaf Crown Visionary too. Pummeler for hire, however, I do not really care too much about. Think they might attack, which is fine. Again, we are keeping our life total nice and robust. I don't think I need to play Tristan's Command yet. I think we just go Stoic Grove Guide. Right, forests are fine. And pass. Because I didn't have the mana to kill Pummeler for hire. Like, I might want to do that at some point. And I can get back 2 things out of my graveyard, so Taster of Wares would be a nice one to get back. Particularly with this Changeling that I have in hand. Looks like an Assert Perfection here, actually. Maybe I just take the 2 now that I'm at 14. I don't know. I mean, this also hits. Like, that's an attack for 7, which is a lot. I mean, if you have Assert Perfection, certainly killing the Grove Guide makes a lot of sense here, right? Nope, just a Bristlebane. Oh, okay, this is amazing. This is amazing because I didn't expect it. I can make a copy of an elf. Should I copy this? Double Lord? Or is it better to just get 2 things back? I could just kill the Outrider. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have something else? I have Taster of Wares and Prideful Feastling in my hand. Oh, this is an elf spell. Ha ha ha! Nice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Destroy target creature. Return you and you. Kill you. That's awesome. We're going to still chill here. And we drew Unbury as well, so now we can, like, if they kill the Visionary, we can still get it back. I mean, we're getting a ton of value, so it's mostly just us trying to run our opponent out of resources. That is an Oko. Okay, well, that certainly makes things interesting. Okay, it's all creature types. That's not very good. Bloodline bidding right now is not the best. But I kind of want to attack Oko with the Stoic Grove Guide, right? Okay, let me just read this. Okay. I just want to make sure, like, nothing crazy is happening. All right. Yeah, I want to get the last card out of my opponent's hand here. Unbury. I don't have anything to unbury here. Let's just go Taster of Wares. What are you working with? Wow, just garbage. Just a bunch of Crossroads Watchers. We're okay. So, I mean, they will get to make a couple of Elk tokens here, which certainly gives them lots of blockers. And also pumps up their battler, so... Those are all good things, and there's another Crossroads Watcher there as well. But they don't have great attacks. And now we get to, like, try to set up a really, really big bidding here. Yeah, I mean... Okay. Sure. Let's kill one of these. All right. Okay. The question is this Bloodline bidding even good enough, right? I don't know that it is. I have an Unbury here that I can use to get back some stuff, but at the same time, like, I don't want to just, like, totally deck myself. But if I Unbury these two cards. I can't replay them anyways, so I can kind of wait for now. I mean, I also kind of just want to make sure that I have a big board here. Yeah, like, so the question is a bidding heater good enough for me to play? Because it would get me 3 creatures back onto the battlefield, which should be sufficient to kill the Oko. Or do I wait? 15 cards left. I think I'm just going to go for it. Like, I still have Unbury to get stuff back if things go kind of a little nuts, right? So let's just put, like, you know, 16 extra power in play and play it that way. Klacken Festival gives my opponent lots of blockers. Oh, that was a really good draw. We drew Blight Rot, so that's like 1 less blocker. I want to keep some stuff back. I don't know, like, this tramples, this gets blocked here. This gets chumped, this gets chumped. So let me just make sure, like, which attacks actually get me to where I need to go. So if this all attacks Oko, this gets blocked by the 6/6, this gets blocked by the 1/1, and then this gets double blocked, or this gets single blocked and Oko will die. And everything else is like a really bad attack for the Bristlebane Battler. All right, so let's do this. I really hope I mathed this out properly. So the reason why I did it this way is the Bristlebane Battler will block, like, whatever the Bristlebane Battler blocks, I can finish off with the Anti-Sentence. I guess I should have looked to see if I have lethal. If I kill this and they have 3 blockers, that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, wait, 1, 5, 10, 15, 21. No, this gets blocked. I don't think I had lethal. Yeah. So I just feel like if I get Oko off the board, even if I lose some creatures because I have the Unbury, it's fine. And because the Battler is going to block something big, like, I will be able to finish it off with the Anti-Sentence. And getting any type of value off the Anti-Sentence at this point, I think, is quite good. And this is still enough attackers here, because this has Menace, for me to kill the Oko. Your blocks, though, yeah, I mean... Also, is this Martin Yuza? I don't know. It's a very different way to spell it, but it definitely could be. All right. All right. Now we can cast Unbury. Get back a couple of elves, draw some cards off the Visionary, profit, and we should be good. Eclipsed Kithkin is certainly good. Not good enough, though. Yeah, at this point, we can just freely attack, draw a bunch of cards, get 2 creatures back, and we will be very happy. Get these 2 back. Play the Stompling. Draw a card. There's a Eulogist. That's also very good. Did I mill this tree thing? I didn't. So I gotta be mindful of, like, how many lands I play now. And now with like 12 cards left, I might just play the Dawn's Light Archer here. Just because like I don't want to mill the tree card. So if like I have a close decision, I might as well just like play the thing that doesn't potentially mill one of my rares. Bonus sheet cards for the win. Thank you, Leaf Crown Visionary. Sure. Yeah, I mean it's a bad spot however you slice it here. I guess I can actually wait on this and I'm not going to play the land. In case they have that stupid Curious Colossus card or something. I don't know. Moonlit Lamenter. Okay. That's probably not getting it done. More self-mill cards. And we can just attack. This get... Yeah. I mean, I could technically attack with this too, but... Yeah, I mean, turns out Bloodline Bidding, even getting back 3 creatures. Very strong. Very, very strong. All right, well, you know what? I was hoping that we did better than 2 and 2. We defeated Oko. And, yeah. Having some fun. I like how we just keep going up 1 bubble and down 1 bubble. I can't hit rank 1 by doing that. But, you know what? Look, this was a weird draft where we did get some good top-end stuff. I think we got pretty lucky to do so. But at the same time, it's like, certainly packs 1 and pack 3, this was absolutely not the open lane to be. Like, if I were to do it all again and I knew everything that I know now, I wish I just first picked the Eclipse Flamekin of all the cards, and then maybe ended up somewhere better, but here we are. All we need to do is just win 4 in a row. Is that too much to ask? It requires really good draws, though. On the play, ooh, I like this. Turn 2, Great Forest Druid, Anti-Sentence, and Midnight Telling, and of course, Tristan's Command with plenty of lands. And this is a pretty mana-hungry deck, so I actually like that we took the... Like, this is normally, like... This is normally a card I don't love playing in my elf decks, but... I feel like now it's just more acceptable just because you don't... You typically won't just have absolutely everything you need. You know what I mean? What can they play turn 3 that I'm like really scared of? I'm just going to play Scarblade Scout at Midnight Tilling. Like if they play a Flaring Cinder, I could rather just kill that, right? And getting this going and ensuring that I have a good play next turn seems good. Wow. And they play a Mutable Explorer off of an Eclipsed Realms. Fair enough. Okay. I could kind of use lands here, honestly. Oh, there's the bidding. There is the bidding. We're going to take land here because we have Tristan's Command. Dang. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, well, let's just take a look at their hand now. They're going to have some action here. Gathering Stone is pretty hard to beat. I don't think this kills artifacts. It does not. Wow, they're... Flock Imposter? What are you doing over there, Jon Snow? Getting a little wild. That's what's happening over there. Alright, so we have a Blightrot and a Tristan's Command. I don't have anything great to get back with the Tristan's Command. Dawnhand Eulogist and Prideful Feastling, I guess. There is a Sizzling Changeling. Nothing I want to kill with Blightrot. Oh, this is a little bit annoying. I mean, maybe I do play the command, just because I literally have nothing else to do. It's not, like, ideal, but... Okay, another Eclipsed Realm, sure, let's attack. I'll trade this with a Mutavault if they want to trade their Mutavault away. But it's gaining me some life. Yeah. Alright, so the Bloodline Bidding I would have really liked. 4, 5, 6. Wait, when did you get the Ashling rekindled? It's fine. Okay, so I can't really attack. Oh, wow. Now I can attack? Sure. They do have the Flock Imposter, so I can't just straight up go for the kill here on this. A little bit flooded here. I think we got the Unbury and the Bloodline bidding. And we just hit the Sapling Nursery. This is a disaster. Okay. Flock Imposter, bouncing the Mutable Explorer for extra value. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could have considered killing that, but I don't know. I feel like using Blight Rot as a good combat trick might be better here. So now we can just run out all of our lands. What other good cards do we have left? Because those are 3 of our rares. We have the Elf Lord, I guess, at this point. Yeah, but without the recursive elements, like this deck obviously is way less scary. I mean, they have so much mana, but yeah, this is... I'm trying to figure out, like, what is my path to victory here? I fired off that Tristan's command just because I didn't have anything to do. They're looting every turn. I don't have that many other ways to get card advantage. Like we just kind of hit all of them. I think it's the 2-mana Lord and then draw a bunch of elves. That's probably what I need to do. It's a large Squawk Roaster. Don't know why you would need to play so many lands. Glen Elendra Guardian. Yikes. Why would they play it just main phase now? It is another flyer. I guess I should just kill the Squawk Roaster now while I can. So now I can't play any spells because they have this thing. All right, that's a Creekwood Safe Right. I guess that's a creature that grows over time. With the Mutavaults, I'm just not interested in any good attacks right now. Now, they are at 11 life, so maybe there's something that can do here. I will say, you know, they cooked a little bit here, these Eclipsed Realms, and, you know, I'm glad I took the Gathering Stone, I'll put it that way. Why didn't they attack with their other flyer? I'm going to hold this until I draw my other elf card. It just doesn't really do anything, so we're just going to chill here at this point. Get the Creekwood Safe Right to a larger life total. And this is one of those instances where, because they have the Ashling going, they get that extra free rummage every turn, whereas for us, we're just kind of naturally just drawing cards off the top. Yeah, so, I mean, certainly they're flooded as well. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 9 lands. Okay. I'm going to cast this and see if they let it resolve. Wow, they let it resolve. Okay, I will take the... I guess I should play this. It's just like another large menace creature, but man, I have, what, 11 cards left? Taste all 3 creatures. Yikes. I'm trying to build a critical mass of creatures here, but I think next turn might be the turn where I kind of am forced to make a decent sized attack. But my opponent can also just choose not to attack with everything, and then all of a sudden my attacks get a lot worse. Okay, that is very good. And I just have to hope they have kind of nothing. Okay. All right. All right, we have 4 cards left in our library. They got some Mutavaults. There will be some carnage here. There will be some carnage. If I had another forest, I would have been able to draw another card off of this, but it's fine. They're gonna have to block, like, basically I have nothing. Or, like, yeah, and I don't. Also, like, a spell wouldn't work because they have the Guardian in play anyways. This is a card, by the way, that looks absolutely busted, and I think it's performing, like, just kind of as a slightly above average blue card, which surprised me. I thought this card would be awesome, but I guess just giving your opponent a card is still, like, totally a thing, right? So. That being said, I think I'm still killing it. All right, our opponent at 5. Trades have occurred. I have 4 cards left. Like, I mean, I think I'm supposed to just play this. I mean, certainly they're not gonna, like, attack me now. They're at 5 life, right? So, I just feel like having. I mean, this is literally another lethal attacker. Let's see what they find. Dawn Blessed Pennant. Okay. They can get something back. 3 cards, 2 mana, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. If they kill the Visionary, it is kind of annoying. Okay. They go to 6. So now they have 5 blockers. Yeah, like I said, I'm not really in a position to sandbag anything. I'm gonna forego the card here to just put another big creature in play and hope this is good enough. There is the land. So let's see, 5 blockers. This has Menace. 5 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so they wouldn't die anyways. So let's just not attack with the Visionary. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's my last card? Last card. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 1 more land. 8, 9. I'm just trying to figure out what my outs are. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 1 land and 2 spells of some kind left in our deck here. Okay. It's quite the game here. Glad we were. I think if our opponent countered the Midnight Tilling, this is like a totally different game. Like if... Oh no, it found us the Dawn Hand Eulogies, never mind. Oh, this is something? They have something? Reckless Ransacking? Okay. It's a weird one. Alright. Oh. That actually cleared off a lot of the board. I'm a little concerned. I got 3 cards left. They can get something back with the Pennant. They might want to do it now. I don't know what. But that takes away the ability for them to gain life. But maybe they want to spend the mana that they have, right? Like every mana is kind of limited right now. Now, I do have a Menace creature here and a 6/6. So the Menace creature needs to be blocked by 2 things, and then the 6/6 also needs to be blocked by something. So the Visionary can get in for a point of damage. This is like all assuming that my opponent only plays 1 thing next turn. If they play 2, things get a lot dicier. But my creatures in play are pretty big. All right, so our opponent did nothing. They're flipping. They got some mana, 2 cards in hand. Okay. This is big. Whatever. God, that's annoying. Okay, fair enough. All right, we need a big draw here. Okay, Chitinous Graspling. Draw a card, and then I have to kill them next turn. Oh, Stoic Grove Guide? Yeah, that's good. I'll have 1 card left in my library. We're going to attack for 6. They're going to block with Ashling, I think. I think I'm like... I still think I'm short here. Yeah, I think I'm short. Oh, man. Did I need to not draw a card? Oh, God. So many questions here. Because they can use the Dawnblessed Pennant to get a creature back. And they'll have 3 blockers because they have the Mutavault too. So what they can do is get back the Flamekin Guildweaver. Or honestly anything. And they'll have just enough here. That is rough. Yeah, the Feed the Flames was really good there. And we have just 1 card left. And it's a land. Well, sometimes you fly a little too close to the sun with these types of decks. I just didn't think I had enough pressure, so I felt like I needed to draw a card. Perhaps that was wrong. Maybe I just play the 4/5 and attack with 2 things, giving me an extra turn cycle to just kind of like eat through everything that they have. I mean, it literally doesn't matter. They can get any creature back, and that's going to be enough. Ugh. So close. It's like, with this much self-mill, do you want to play a 41 card deck, 42 card deck? I don't know. But the problem is I don't even have enough playables. Ugh. Did I have fun along the way? Yeah, I did. This was fun. They had a nice looking elemental package. And the infinite mutable explorers actually like ended up going a really long way here, so it is what it is. Yeah, I'm literally 1 damage short. Was there a world where I could have gone... Oh, never mind. They had Explosive Prodigy too. Wait, that doesn't... Well... Sure. Yeah, okay. I guess it didn't matter. It'd be awesome if my last card was not a land. Too bad we already knew. Yeah. I mean, good game. They had some cool come into play effects. But we just didn't... we kind of used that Tristan's Command early. And obviously, with the self-mill stuff, like, sometimes you're going to mill your good stuff and not be able to close things out, so... And now they have 3 Mutavaults to block, so... Ah. All right. Well, you know, this is a couple of bad drafts in a row, honestly. Like, I actually thought this deck had potential, just based off of the rares that we had. And we had some really, really cool and explosive turns. But certainly this was a little bit of a contested lane. That being said, like, it's not like it was... it wasn't because our rares were not powerful, right? They absolutely were. Leaf Crown Visionary, Tristan's Command, Bloodline Bidding, all this good stuff. Our interaction was super, super light. And that will often happen, especially when you draft an elf deck, because you're taking cards like Midnight Tilling and Recursion spells, and you need a critical mass of creatures. So sometimes with the elf deck, you're just going to end up with just not enough removal. I think that is a common thing that happens in elf decks specifically, which is why like Midnight Tilling is actually a little bit worse. It's a good card, but like your spell slots are just so limited here, where you know, cards like this are just not as great. But I thought this deck was totally fine, and we got really, really close to beating some of our opponents, but we didn't have an answer to the Twin Flame Travelers, and we were just close. So again, look, we had C-Suite rares. We didn't quite get there. Leaf Crown Visionary was a really, really sweet one, but you know what? I'm going to keep trucking. This gives me more motivation to continue winning, because I want to hit Mythic as soon as possible and climb. But 2 bad drafts in a row. Hopefully, it won't be unlucky number 3. 3rd time's the charm, as they say. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. They are the place to go to for top-of-the-line... Excuse me, they are the place to go to for booster boxes of Lorwyn Eclipsed or singles for your standard Modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks. Go to TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Go to HeavyPlay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.